Alrighty guys, welcome back, and this is going to be a crude oil inventories USD CAD trade. Before we get going, we're going to talk a little bit about news. We got 15 minutes till this thing hits. Okay, so we got some of you that are moving into the actual live stage, which means you're going to be using 1%, 2%, 2.5% of your account. We definitely want to, at this point, stop playing around with some of the dick trades. Yes, on demo it's fine. If you can see an opportunity on demo and back it up with statistics, that's fine. But for instance, the trade we're going to take today, crude oil, this is not something I would put on my daily schedule of live trades. Like, I won't be trading this one live. I'm going to be doing a demo. If you can see that your broker, more often than not, that you're making money off these, then throw them onto live. For me, with FXCM, these are not profitable for me. More often than not, I'm just getting a small loss on them, so I'm not trading them. Now, yesterday there was a news one, and I said don't trade it. AUD, USD, CPI, QQ. If you're going to be taking this serious, then we're not trading this either. We're only going to be trading London and US. Why? Because we have a high volume of people in the market, liquidity is good, and that all comes down to our spread staying small and our slippage for the most part staying small also. Occasionally we are going to see a tick spike with a big price movement in it, and we're going to lose a trade. It's just part of the deal, but even when that happens, the EA is going to limit that loss and make it minimal. On a side note, I've had a few questions of people asking. I really didn't do well with binary options, and with Forex I find it difficult. News trading, in my opinion, is probably the most successful course I've done so far. Reason being is, and I said this in the last video, is with news trading you don't have to know basically you don't have to know shit. You don't have to know price action. You don't have to know moving averages. You don't need to know support and resist. All you need to know is a straddle and how to do averages. So if you can understand what a straddle is putting price above and below price, and the EA does it for you, and how to fill out a spreadsheet. So what it comes down to is how to do a spreadsheet, and then punching that data into the EA. Now, one of the things I'll say, and this is important for the guys that are taking the course, you need to trade all your high-impact news in the London and US session. Leaving some of those out is going to work against you. You can't pick and choose the ones you think that are going to move, because news is unpredictable. It's not going to be the same 2 times in a row. It's like a freaking snowflake. So you need to trade them all so that wins average it out. If you don't do that, you're not going to be successful. I mean, we have a couple people in the group who are fucking doing awesome and are taking this serious, and they are now making money. And the reason I'm doing the video before this is for those people, because some of you are moving into your live time, and I don't mean your 0.01 trades. You're moving into your 2.5% trades or your 2% trades. NFP, you want to drop down to 1%. NFP is freaking crazy. And if there's another one that's coming out, and I think it's going to be crazy, I will say so in the room. Hell, I'll even probably send out emails saying you want to do 1% trade because tomorrow's news event's going to be hectic. On that note, remember, just a few pointers before we get into the setup, and then I'll babble some more once we're set up. US London session only if you're going into real money, and I don't mean your demo 0.01. Real money only, US and London session. Do not trade the Asia Aussie session. The liquidity sometimes is very low, which will equal out to a high spread. John, I think you traded AUD NZD. We want to stay away from that pair. It always has a high spread. Majors, US London sessions only. So again, I'm going to repeat this. Majors only. If you don't know what a major is, get with me. Say, I'm going to trade this, and I'll say, no, you're not. Or I'll say, fucking good job, great, trade it. So majors, US session, London session only. Trade all high impact news. I mean, literally, guys, this takes, what, 10 minutes a day to set up? And if you're making money from it, could you be making money from binary options or for just normal trading Forex, sitting down at your computer 10 minutes a day? If you can, I want to see how you're trading. I mean, literally, this is probably the best way to trade that I've shown people ever. I mean, it just hands down, flat out. There's no emotion involved in it. It's just do the same thing over and over. Now, some of you are doing live, and you're learning the 0.01 or the demo. You're going to make mistakes on your setup. So don't worry about it. It is going to happen, but that's why I'm not suggesting, I'm saying don't jump into it too soon. Take your time, learn from your mistakes. You're going to make them. Hell, I still make mistakes on my setups every now and then. I might mistype a number. It could be any damn thing, but I still make mistakes. Okay, so today is US CAD. Let's get into it. US CAD, and I'm going to do this slowly, step by step. 1 minute. Let's build our chart. US CAD M2 for offline is now ready. Open offline. USD CAD M2. We're ready here. Template. Build news. Yours might say Rinko news if you're in the course. I changed my stuff. That's probably confusing for everyone, so I apologize there. Next, let's open up the EA. We're going to load up we'll load up the 9 o'clock one and then edit it out. This one's a dud. Again, this is US CAD Oil, so this isn't something I trade live. This is more just for my data set to see if it could be profitable ever. And we are going to go to, today is the 26th, I believe. Yep, it is. News is at 9:30, so let's put in 30. We are, well, we'll save it as 9:30, so that way we have a 9:30 time in there. Save, and okay. We are now set up for news. So we got about 9 minutes to bullshit. If there's questions, you can hit them up, ask me. Again, guys, so let's review again. Majors. US and London session only, because some of you are moving into real money now. You're going to start seeing your accounts grow. Do not break your money management. Stick to the 1% for the crazy news, NFP, a Yellen speech maybe, FOMC, and there's some quarterly ones that we're going to really watch. We just saw that there was a weird one, a weird release with Reuters on ECB to keep buying bonds. Now, if we would have had a news release, say, on, I don't know, GBP, USD, or the Euro right now, I probably would pass, or I would go extremely large on my straddle. Not extremely large, but I'd give it more room, because we just had a non-scheduled, high-impact breaking news hit, and that would affect whatever news is coming out, because some people are going to say, well, now the Euro is going to be weaker, and the pound's going to be stronger. So I would take those things into consideration. What else can we talk about? Trading everything. High impact news needs to be done. Literally, your setup time's 10 minutes a day, guys. You have no excuse. If you don't have 10 minutes a day to do this and fill out your spreadsheet, you don't need to be doing it. You're not going to be very successful. You might be, but personally, you're not going to do very well, in my opinion. So just do them all. Get in a routine that every evening you set up your charts for the next day. It won't kill you. Oh, yuck. Sorry, I coughed up some nasty phlegm. Okay, so what else can we talk about on news? Guys, this isn't difficult. Fill out the spreadsheet. If you have issues with it, send me your spreadsheet, your pictures, your charts. I am going to try... Oh, I don't have it in here, so let's see. How can I do this? Okay, let's grab this, take it over here, and let's put in the script that I'm trying. File, open data folder. Give me a second. This is just since the orders indicator isn't working, this is an update too. I have a script that I'm going to be trying. I started coding on it a little bit. And let's do file. And I'll show that real quick. Open data folder. So I'm going to copy it into here. It goes into MQL4 and scripts. I should have this ready, I'd say by Friday. I need a couple of movers so that we can see how it looks on the chart. It's called P4L order history. Maybe I'll rename it to something because that doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, so let's go into indicators and modify. Remember also, this is just a reminder, have your own set copy for news trading. You don't want to use your day-to-day terminal of MT4 for trading that's bogged down. You notice I have 0 in here except for compile. I have 0 extra indicators running. So now I have 3 total in here. Okay, so we're done. We'll toss the script on there and take a look at it. And I'll show you what it does. It's a little bit like the orders indicator, but just after the fact, you drag it onto the chart and hit OK, and it's going to do everything for us. Let's close this. I did do the TAPFX video, so if you're seeing this, make sure you go watch it. It's part 2. And then tomorrow we're going to be trading TAPFX live, since you understand how re-entry works now. Or hopefully you will after you watch the video. Sorry, I'm getting some water. My throat's really dry today. So again, if we have questions, go ahead and hit them up. I'm trying to think anything else. We did have some questions about take profit and stop loss. As I do put a this is a 100 pip take profit. 1,000 equals 100. Remember, there was a mistake yesterday, and this was just an understanding mistake. I said to straddle to add in 1.5 to 2 pips, and I typed it in 1.5 or 1 to 2, and someone changed this to 1.5. That was a 1.5 pip straddle. It's just a learning mistake. I'm sure now that it's happened, you won't do it again, but that's what I mean. Take your time, do it step by step. That way, if a miscommunication happens, you misunderstand something, during the first 60 days, most likely we're going to weed out any issues you might have, and by then, by setting up for every high impact during US and London, that you are going to have a very good understanding of it, and you'll make your mistakes and get it out. Like I said the last video, I still sometimes make mistakes. I'll type in like let's say I'm doing a 60 pip straddle, I'll type in 60 instead of 600, and then I get a really tight 0.6 pip straddle. So mistakes are going to happen, guys, but let the EA do its work and take care of your money for you. Risk percentage is 2.5 on this one. Again, if you need help with your money management, let me know, and we'll take a look at money management. Maybe that'll be a video for Friday. We'll do the money management for the news trading. We got, what, 9:26, 3.5 minutes for this puppy. Again, this is on demo, guys, because this is an oil trade. I'm not trading this live because I don't have enough data really to... Well, I do have enough data that tells me FXCM. It doesn't work for me. The moves just aren't big enough all the time. Normally what we get is the quick in and outs. That'll give us a small loss or small win. We're not seeing very many large wins. Now, if in the oil industry we start seeing news popping up about, I don't know, US decides to go full-blown fracking or a pipeline gets removed, then this would be worth trading because we'll probably be expecting a big result. But as of right now, no, this is good practice for your spreadsheet. And I highly recommend during your demo period, you trade every high-impact news there is. One, that's going to give you the experience to say, well, this was a stupid trade. Why would I take it? So you can see for yourself what a bad trade looks like. You need to be able to recognize good trades, bad trades, which pairs I should be trading, which pairs I shouldn't. I mean, it's just, a lot of this is just common sense, guys. And it's common sense that you'll get from actually doing it. You're not going to know right away. This is something new from the 99.9% of you. This is something new. Again, though, I will say it's probably the easiest way to trade. It's the fastest you're ever going to get to reliably go live and make money. I honestly think that. I don't know how I could teach someone to literally trade Forex or binary options in 30 days and then be confident enough to say, I'll give you your money back if you don't make money. Because this literally is just following a step-by-step procedure, learning to troubleshoot, not to troubleshoot, learning to read through your logs, and doing it step by step. Let's go ahead and get recording going. I do highly recommend recording these trades so you can go back and watch them frame by frame. We're going to go over that Friday on how to record these and watch them frame by frame. Last thing, someone asked for me to extend the 50% off sale till Friday, so I'll be doing that too. I mean, guys, if you're in the room already, if you're in the TA group, just ask. Most half the time I don't tell people no. One thing though, we got, what, a minute and a half on this. Don't go out spending money you don't have on this. Just if you don't have it, don't get it. I mean, I'll be here until I get run over by a truck or God knows. But I'm not going anywhere, guys. So don't rush to get into it. If you follow along, see how it works. That way you have a better idea for when you do decide to join. But don't go out spending money you don't have, guys. Hey, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm already put it to $50 for y'all. That's really cheap considering any other news course I've seen. The entry point is $200 with no support. They're just like, here you go, here's your EA. Have fun, go shit yourself, and figure this shit out by yourself. And a lot of them don't even do what this one does. It doesn't record spread. It does. So take your time. All I'm saying. We got 30 seconds. It'll kick in here in 25. Again, if we got questions, please make sure and ask me. I'm in Slack. I will turn on Skype each day, even though I'm not using it as heavily anymore. I mean, blah, it's just that. Okay, so we got 10 seconds till it's going to pop the pending orders. Let's zoom in on this one so you can see it a little better. I'm doing a relatively tight straddle because this is demo, and again, it's just for it. And there we go. Let's kill this. We should stop out right here. Alright, so let's try our script first and see what happened here. So let's go to scripts and we drag this on, and let's go to inputs and we'll go to display text. I'll change this so it's hard coded into true, and we hit OK. There's the trade. Alright, so that was the trade. This is the indicator. I mean, actually, or it's not an indicator, it's a script. If you're in live and you're in the Slack room or Skype, what do you think of it? This would be the replacement for the orders indicator. I think what I'll do is, so it was a 16.5 pip. That's not too bad. Lot size was 0.01, so it was $1.24 made. This was a buy stop, and here was the trade. So that's actually not too bad. It has a little more information on there than the other one. I like that it shows everything that went on the trade. That is really not too bad. Do y'all like it? If so, I'll finish cleaning up the code and hand it out if you do. So just let me know there if you like it. You can tell me on Slack, tell me on email, tell me on Skype what you think of it. I like it a lot more. Well, not a lot more, because it doesn't do it automatically with a button push. But I like the information. It's not too bad, and I don't want anyone paying $10 a month for something that used to be free. And I can see that was a very good indicator, so I see why the guy is charging it. But it's funny is he's only letting you rent it, not buy it. Okay, so what's our next step, guys? Spreadsheet. So here was the trade. Let's take a look. We go to File, Open Data Folder, MQL4, and we go into Files. This was a US CAD trade, and it is the 26th. Let's open that puppy up. It was at about 17:30, and let's take a look at it. And close. One of these days I'll get around to that. I just don't never use Office anymore. 17:30. So let's take a look what happened with the spread. Okay, let me page down. 1725, we're almost there. Okay, around 29, we're going to stop and start looking. See the pred. Woo, I talk well. Okay, so the spread before we get in, 30 seconds out, it's at 1.2, 1.4. Let's see if we start seeing an increase as we get closer. 20 seconds out, 1.7 showing up, 1.8. 9 seconds out, still nothing crazy. This one went pretty smooth, and here we go. News hit, 5.3 pip spread. That's not too bad. It does mean my straddle was a little bit tight because I had a 5 pip straddle, so that was a danger sign. Here, let me do something real quick. So not too bad. So what was it? 5.3. So jump here, put it in. 5.3 is your max spread. So that's it, guys. You put that in your spreadsheet. You're done for the day. You set up tonight for the next one. It is super, super easy. And hell, if you went 0.1 on that, that would have been a $12 trade just for sitting on your ass and doing nothing. Because you don't have to be in front of this bitch for it to work. It runs itself. If you want, we can look in the BSCA log. Okay, so here's one thing. Now, to use money management, since you are getting into it, stop loss has to be set to use money management. I would highly recommend, and this is going to be something we're going to talk about on Friday, because we need to show you how to use a stop loss to kick money management in. So we will talk about that on Friday, as some of y'all are moving into your real money, and you're going to want to be able to use risk percentage. Okay, guys, so that sums it up for the US CAD trade. Please give me feedback on this thing. If you want to use it, let me know so I can. How it does it is a solid line is a win and a dashed line is a loss. Makes it pretty easy. Other than that, I can't think of too much, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's take a look real quick. What do we got for news tomorrow? Sorry, I always forget. Tomorrow, GDP, we will do that one, of course, and 7:30 core durable goods and unemployment claims. So we will be doing both of those. Remember, I'll be doing those on live. Maybe tonight when I'm bored, I'll go through the setup on those. A friend of mine gave me a bottle of Captain Morgan. It should make for some interesting fun. I forgot to. Hey guys, remind me next time to record the trade so we can watch it in slow motion too. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting. And Thursday, Friday, do we have anything? Friday's going to be boring, just advanced GDP. I'm not guessing that one's going to move. We will straddle it regardless. Remember, we never know, so straddle every freaking thing. Make your money. Alright, guys, so I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to come back live. I have someone that has some questions for me, but that sums up the news for the day, and I'll be back live in about 5 minutes. Guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you then.